Good afternoon, traders. It's Bill Baruch with Blue Line Futures, and it's your midday market minute. Now, coming out of the weekend, we had positive news on China data that manufacturing didn't contract. That's a plus. So equity markets, risk assets opened up higher on Sunday night, and we're seeing that continue to run a bit. However, copper is not joining the party. First, taking a look at the S&P and the equities, they opened up gapped higher and they've been running a bit. The S&P is testing that previous high, 2866, and the NASDAQ is up near 7,500. Now, watch that 2866 level in the S&P. It stalled here previously, and ironically, you now have a 382 retracement against Friday's gap settlement. So we had major three-star support at 2837, 2840. In really, if price action stalls, that's where it should come to, and that's going to be an inflection point for the rest of the week. Watch that area. And for the NASDAQ, that 7440 area has been sticky for us. That was major three-star resistance on the way up. Now watch that level on a closing basis. We talked about that on the Morning Express. Now for more of the data, UK manufacturing beat, and that was surprising. However, German manufacturing was revised lower, so that was a negative. And then we look in the US hours, retail sales was a big miss, and that was a negative. However, ISM manufacturing was a positive, and that really has helped to break the streak of poor manufacturing data here in the U.S. Again, we saw Philly Fed bounce back. New York manufacturing was a miss for that March number 2. So this is an overall positive to see for the markets. But really, the question is, why isn't copper following? If this is true, copper did trade out higher overnight, and really we're about 5 cents from the high. We're going into the red. Watch copper here, because copper does not believe the manufacturing story, at least for now, or that there will be a trade deal done really either. So continue to watch that. And speaking of trade, U.S. and China again are talking this week. There's talk when we were in Beijing last week. Now they're in Washington. So look for those headlines. And overall, when these talks drag out, it's been supportive for overall risk sentiment. Equities, you see, again, copper is questioning this. Crude oil is following that risk sentiment higher, trading near 61 bucks. Now we went outright bullish on Friday, wanting to see a close in crude oil out above 60 and a half, 60.77. We didn't get it. But given the news on Sunday night with China data and Saturday with the China data, and ultimately we want to give it another shot to close out there. So it looks like it could do that today. Keep an eye on the close, and then we head into inventories. Now, what hasn't performed very well is gold. Gold, along with copper, the metals. Not all metals. Palladium was back up today, but palladium got absolutely smoked last week. But moving on with gold, it's ultimately the dollar index has been pretty bid since that March 20th Fed meeting, and that has kept gold from surging higher with treasury prices. Now that treasury prices have fallen back along with the better data, gold is under pressure again here today. Big support down there. We have major three-star support, 1280 to 1287. It's a wide range. There's a lot of levels that align there. That's major three-star support. A break below there is bearish on gold. For now, we're just consolidating, waiting for more information. But we did, for the first time in a while, go more neutral gold. We're watching it. We think there's value here until 1280 breaks, 1280, 1287. Watch that. And then same with silver, $15. It's battling. So a lot of support down here, but it needs a catalyst to move higher. And unless the dollar sells off hard or treasuries bounce back strongly, you're not going to get that here in the near term. Give us a call. We're here to help talk about anything on the board. 312-278-0500. You can email us info@bluelinefutures.com. Check our website for updates, and you can sign up for a free trial of our research there. But remember, futures trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Thanks a lot.